It's nice.
We're doing that one. That one has
Who does your t-shirts? Do you have a company that...
Hey, what's up, guys? Wayfound's a company up in the city.
Okay.
We do the designs, and they print it out for us.
Nice. That's good. Might have to talk to you about that, too, after.
All right.
So we're live, you said?
Yep.
What's up, everyone?
Hi, everyone.
Rock, can you scoot in?
I don't want to scoot in.
Okay, here we go.
So what are we talking about today for an hour?
I don't know.
Good question. Let's check the topic.
I don't know.
What do they want to know? What do you
Well,
guys want to know?
First, let me ask, how was your day today? I didn't even get to say hi to you, Kevin. How you doing?
What's up, Mike? Every day is a long day. I'm in the middle of a water change right now, so I'm gonna have to duck out in a few minutes.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
He
everybody's
doesn't,
always busy.
he doesn't allow me to do water changes or feed the fish.
He doesn't trust you?
No.
He can be the face of the company.
He said I'm not good enough to clean fish poop.
You're not even good enough for that? Man, that's all. I don't know. I might take that as an insult.
Hey,
Hello from the Netherlands.
dude, we should go there.
I would love to. What's there to do there? I've heard about it.
Smoke pot. But I guess that's not such a special thing anymore.
We said
you
we're gonna
can
keep
do
it to
that.
fish, and now you're coming about smoking pot.
Well, you brought up
We got
Amsterdam.
demonetized on another one.
Oh, did we?
Yeah,
For talking about what?
you and guns and stingrays.
Oh, really? That one got?
Uh-oh. Now is this one going to get demonetized now that we're talking about it again?
Oh man, do you like pain gases?
Do I like pain in the asses? No.
This our
Like
video.
this guy?
I don't know what type of
Rob
asses you like.
Erico coming in hot with another $50 donation.
Oh, I'm gonna start taking my clothes off.
Oh, man. You could finish the
Rob's gonna
building now.
start stripping for you. Make Kevin do the chicken dance.
I don't even know. How,
For $50, you got to do it.
You
bro.
have to.
You have to do it. You have to go like this.
all right, well, let's see another $50 come in first.
You did it first already.
$50?
Oh man, Rob, thank you so much, bro.
You're welcome. I did the chicken dance.
Awesome.
We got to remember to put that money towards the exhibit, dude, because the exhibit is going to cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
I might have to
I'm
open an
keeping tabs
OnlyFans
of it.
account. Each one of us here, take a percentage for that.
I was listening to a video the other day of some chick who was on OnlyFans making like $100,000 a month.
That's nothing.
Dude, that's crazy. But if you think about it, I mean, what do they charge? Like $20 a month, something like that?
I don't know, Mike.
I don't know.
You know?
No, I'm just saying. I don't know. That's why I'm asking. But like, you know, what is that? 5,000 people?
I don't know.
$20
I know they
a
make
month.
a lot of money.
Yeah, they definitely make a lot of money. Actually, lower this camera just a little bit. It's looking a little.
It's crazy, right? Some people work every single day. Like Ori was telling me in Thailand, they make what, $200 a month?
A month?
That's
Minimum
crazy.
wage? $200 a month.
I don't know. Well, in other countries, they don't have what we have here. You know, a lot of them don't have the crazy expenses and stuff, and they don't need as much money to live, but they just don't have as much stuff
To
in
spend money
general.
on, yeah.
You know?
But still, $200 a month. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Well, that's
That's like the average salary or something?
Like a
no, that's
minimum
not the
wage.
average.
Minimum wage, she said.
Minimum wage.
Because in Thailand, there's still like that system of classes, upper class, middle class, lower, you know, and all
Yeah.
that. So I think when she says $200 a month, it's like the lowest of the low.
That's probably like just enough to like
Survive.
buy food. Yeah.
Yeah, not even, I don't think.
Yeah.
Let's actually jump right into it with a question.
Yeah, let's go.
I would like to get an Arapaima. Oh, this is from Johnny Times. I would like to get an Arapaima, but I don't have a tank big enough. Is there any programs that I could get one and grow it up, then take them to someone who can give them space?
We can always take him back, but you have to find a way to get him back over here. That's the hardest part. So, like, after a certain size, it gets very difficult to ship these animals. You have to really know what you're doing. So, if you ever wanted to get one and he got too big, we can take it back, and we'll either keep it or find someone to keep it. But it's difficult to transport, you know, especially when they're over 3 feet.
That's one of the problems with monster fish too, is like, you know, obviously everyone wants them because they're sick, but, you know, me personally, I don't like to buy fish unless I know I have a long-term plan for them, like set in stone. It's tough because like not a lot of people could take a 3 or 4 foot Arapaima. You know, same thing with the red tail or
But
all
they
these
can
other
do
big
like you
fish.
did. You took a paddlefish.
Accommodate it, but like oh, I'll just find somewhere to give it away to, you know.
I think that goes for every animal. You know, some people.
I think we lost the live stream. I think the internet went out.
Did it?
Yeah.
Somebody didn't pay the bill.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. All right.
My Wi-Fi's still on.
Yeah, it cut out.
I think John just messed something up and he's playing it off right now.
Maybe, but that shouldn't. I just moved.
It says it's still live.
We're still live.
We're still live, John.
Camera working?
Yeah.
Camera's still on.
No, the camera is frozen.
Camera's
Just the
frozen.
voice.
All right.
So yeah, maybe when you unplug that
Yeah, maybe.
something.
Maybe.
It's working on Facebook.
Now
actually.
always calling.
Let's
Hello?
fix this real quick. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Okay, Fidget's in
All
trouble.
right.
Uh-oh.
No, I just gotta stop the water change. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Let me know, guys. Is that better?
Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah, the picture quality looks good.
We're working hard. Audio's live. Cool. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Our leucistic and golden albino axolotls are doing great. My daughter loves showing them to all her friends. Thanks again for the rescue, Lucy.
You're welcome.
Cool.
Awesome.
I used to not like axolotls that much, but they've kind of grown on me over the last year or two. I used to think they were just ugly, stupid water lizards, but I don't know. They're kind of cute. They look weird.
Axolotls are cool.
I think as they started incorporating them in a lot of video games, like Minecraft, right? I think
Roblox?
Roblox.
Was that the other one?
Maybe. It was
Yeah.
one of them. Kids started loving them, and then they started
Just the
blowing up.
fact that they regrow limbs and things like that, it's insane.
That is pretty
crazy.
That is really crazy.
You know, one of my friends, Jake from Axolotl Planet, he's actually got a couple Instagram accounts, but he owns Axolotl Planet, and they're like the biggest axolotl breeder and seller in the United States. And I forget exactly what he said, but he explained to me why axolotls are so big, and it was because of those games, but also like some children's show that had an axolotl in it. And also because like I remember growing up and seeing an axolotl and thinking that how weird they look because their gills are outside of their head, and reading about how critically endangered there are, and then all of a sudden one day they're starting to pop up in pet stores.
Everywhere,
Kind of
yeah.
like, yeah, not, you know, so it's kind of like piques everyone's interest. You know, it was like one of those things in National Geographic.
Marco Darkov, what's your least favorite fish? Do you have a least favorite fish?
No,
Not really.
small fish.
You don't like small fish?
I mean, if I had the right setup for it, I would like the school. I like the school if I'm swimming, but like I don't have a least favorite.
Yeah.
You know, I have the most favorite, but not a least favorite.
Your most favorite's the Arapaima, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course.
definitely. Well, Kevin started getting me into stingrays, surprisingly.
Stingrays are beautiful.
Yeah.
I love stingrays. I love all fish. I like any size.
Yeah. Honestly, if you guys have seen what Kevin just brought back from Michigan, if you didn't, just check out those videos on his channel. They are absolutely beautiful. Like coming from someone who doesn't really know as much as you guys about fish, they are just incredibly beautiful. And the size on them, they're super healthy. They're just really cool fish.
Imagine being a breeder and you don't know what you're gonna get, and then like one day you get like a platinum with black eyes and super expensive.
I would have the dollar signs rolling in my eyes like cha-ching.
This is actually a good question. Jamar Gullet, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Question for Rod. What is one fish you don't have yet that is a bucket list fish?
Asian Arowana,
Asian Arowana. Why is that?
because they're illegal.
Okay. How about a fish that you actually can get that you've never been able to get, or something that you want?
I want a huge tiger fish.
Huge tiger.
like a full blown 5-foot Goliath tigerfish.
Yeah, like when we build the exhibit, that's gonna be one of my goals, to get one that big and a big alligator gar.
So those are legal? You can get those?
Yeah, they just, you can't import them. You know, every max I've seen is like this big because they don't make the freight very easy.
They're very skittish and they're sensitive, right?
Yep.
Gotcha. Awesome. What is the best fish you kept? That's probably a pretty hard question to answer.
Best fish I kept.
But I guess one that's super memorable, maybe.
The best fish. Arowanas are great. The problem is they jump out, so you have to have like the right setup. But arowanas are great fish to have. Peacocks are very personable as well. always following around the tank. I think one that I don't forget was the 2 white peacocks that I had. You know, they always follow me. Like, I could be working over here on this side, and they'll come to the side of the tank and just sit there and watch. I'll be on the other side. They'll just be on the other side of the tank watching. So peacocks.
Peacock bass?
Yeah, I had two. I had 2 white ones.
Oh, really?
That's wild. Honestly, one fish was actually a rescue that we did for Nestor, where Nestor's tiger shovel nose.
That was nice.
Those are cool.
That fish was like insanely beautiful. Like just the whole like the color scheme on it and everything. Then seeing it in that big pond that guy had, I wouldn't even call it a pond. That guy had a lake.
The lake, yeah.
Super healthy, and it was just an incredibly beautiful fish. Obviously, that wasn't one that you guys like imported and were trying to sell. That was one you were rescuing, but that was like that stood out to me. I still remember that.
Dude, I really can't sell like rescue fish.
No.
Like, I feel guilty if I did that, you know?
Yeah.
It's almost like when I had the moving company, I got a piano one time for free. And then I posted for sale. Cause they didn't say like, oh, take it, do whatever you want. So I posted for sale. And this guy reached out to me and he's like, hey, I want to buy it for my daughter. You know, she's taking piano lessons. I'm like, just keep it. I can't. I couldn't sell it. You know, at that point, I was just like,
You got it
give
for
it to
free,
her.
so it's like...
Yeah, I was like, just give it to her.
Yeah.
And I delivered for free. What a sucker.
Kevin, what's your bucket list fish? So we just asked Rod, what's his bucket list fish? Do you have one?
I don't think so, because I've been in this hobby for so long. I think pretty much everything I've ever wanted at some point, I've probably had it before.
You like the yellow gars?
Yeah, I like the yellow gars, and actually until I met you, I was able to get it one time, like a tiny little one, captive bred, and it was doing well. And just one day out of nowhere, after a water change, it died. And ever since then, I've never been able to come across one. But then after I met you, and like that 1 year, we got like 4 of them.
Yeah, one after another.
A yellow gar meaning like a color morph
Yeah.
of a different gar?
They're just a regular Florida gar, but yellow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's see what else we got. Kevin, what's your favorite fish?
What's my favorite fish?
Yeah.
I think Siamese tigers.
Siamese tiger?
Yeah.
That noise.
The datnoids.
Really? Even more than stingrays?
Well, I guess I have to say that because I have so many stingrays that, if I want something, I'm going to want something different.
Yeah.
And the ST is it.
Datnoids are really cool. I always like datnoids.
Because even before getting into rays, I've always wanted to get STs. I mean, I went to Thailand looking for them. I planned a whole trip just for that. I found where the national park was. It was like a nature preserve. I have a photo of it. They had this like huge datnoid figurine thing, and I took pictures with it. I went there to get water samples to go like lab test it and try to figure out how to breed it. It was like a whole big thing for me.
Wow.
Lenny Rivera, do you miss your old Predatory Fins crew?
Yeah, I miss Jordan.
Who else was there? Linguini,
Linguini.
right?
I don't miss Lenny. Lenny was a pain in the butt.
I don't think I ever even met him.
No, he's weird. Weird.
I know you told me a lot of stories about him.
Very weird kid. Every time I bent over, he was looking at me.
Oh, jeez.
He didn't stay very long.
It's always those pretty boys.
Lenny, bro. Actually, no, Lenny's pretty cool, man. He was a fireman, and a lot of times he would work at the fire department and then show up, like, in the morning. I'm like, have you gone home yet? He's like, no.
He showed up in like full gear, or
Well, he was in the car.
Okay.
He would change, and but they go through a lot, dude. They see some crazy stuff.
Lenny just left.
Oh.
That's funny.
All right, so
Are you hiring soon?
Jose Medina.
are we hiring soon? I actually wanted to talk to you about this outside of. Remember, like I mentioned to you, I do want to have an apprentice.
Okay, what he wants to hire is a perfect person. They don't exist.
You create them.
Then you have to make one.
Yeah, so that's why I said I want an apprentice that I can teach and mold, and one day take over my position.
Yeah, that's what basically we need someone to take over managing the fish, like caring for the fish, feeding the fish, medicating the fish, so him and I can be free to go do other things.
Yeah, I mean, even not just for freeing us for making YouTubes and traveling, I need to free my time to build this front part of the shop, right? We're not there yet, but I would think in a few months we're gonna be there where, everything's all good with the town and we can start moving forward. I'm gonna have to dedicate a lot of my time there and a lot of planning and stuff. I can't be
And
tied
with the
down
amount of fish
back
that we
there.
bring in, like if we mess up one day, we can take a big loss.
Yeah, I mean, all day today I was catching up with water changes because we missed a couple of days last week, and it was just like a domino effect.
It's a lot of work.
Sierra Jensen, $5. Thank you very much, Sierra. We appreciate that.
See?
Hey, boys, any way you able to sell your merch in 3XL sizes?
You can get 3 XLs.
Boo.
Sierra, we want to do that. I think we're gonna pick one design and do the shirts in like larger size. I think we had to buy a lot of shirts. I think we spent a lot of money in t-shirts, and that was one size that we did not get was the 3XL. But we definitely want to pick one design and go for 2 and 3XL. So soon we should have a design up. You already put them all up on the website?
It's only 3 designs. Yeah, it's up. It's all up. I haven't configured the international shipping yet, but the U.S. shipping is all
I'll
done.
take care of it. All
Yeah,
right.
and
So if you guys want to represent Predatory Fins and help us build the exhibit, their merch is up on the website. This right here, I love it. It's not going to be on the website, but the one Faygo is wearing, that one's going to be up on the website.
is it? We decided to go with this one.
Yeah. That one has pockets.
Oh, okay.
Mine doesn't. Mine doesn't have pockets.
I like.
That's cool.
I actually like that one better.
I tried that one and I liked it a lot.
Really, that one looks more loose and comfortable.
This one costs a lot more.
Is it? Okay, I'll custom make one for me.
So let's actually ask the chat. What's your guys' favorite design that we have on the website right now? If you guys want to go over to predatoryfins.com and check out the merch section. What's your guys' favorite? Because we're trying to see what people like the best.
I like the 2 Arowana. Am I wearing that one? Yeah.
Yeah, that one's
I
cool.
like this one.
The 2 Arapamas.
Yeah.
I like the colors.
That's
Whoa.
definitely
Almost took the
that's
whole
my
roof
personal
down.
favorite.
Yeah, that one was nice.
It's a nice color.
Edvardas, I hope I said that right. Edvardas, €3. Okay, cool. Thank you very much.
Oh,
Hi,
now we can go to Europe.
yeah, let's go.
Build up the euros.
Hi, do you ship Stingrays to Ireland?
The Ireland.
Well, it goes back to a question we've answered before with shipping anything international. It's just got to make sense. And there's a lot of work involved, paperwork, agents and booking and stuff like that, that if it's only for like 1 or 2 fish, it's not so worth it. But if you guys are willing to pay for that, then yeah, I don't see why we can't do it. Just be prepared that the import-export cost might cost more than the fish.
But they probably need an import permit on their end.
Yeah, they need to be established on their side as well.
Luis Parra. I hope I said that right. My dictation is super off. $5 donation. Thank you very much, Luis. We appreciate that. Hi guys, I would like to know if you are able to get the long fin short body koi.
We should.
Yes. That's something that we can get. We've just never really focused our attention in that direction in terms of goldfish and koi. I think we might have gotten it once before when you were in Florida, right?
Yeah, I brought it from Taiwan.
Is it? Yeah.
So we definitely want to jump into other types of fish, not just monster fish. You know, we want to have discus, African cichlids. It's just, if we're gonna do it, we want to do like the best quality ones, not the cheap ones, because everybody's doing the same thing. So there's no point.
JPB New York said the red tail shirt is the one that they like the most.
All right.
That one's super dope. I love
Yeah.
it.
So I'll make this one in 3XL. I'm gonna call Wade right now and tell him. He hates being on the live.
Gabe Lawrence, got any angelfish?
We just got in some Ultim Angels.
They came in really nice.
They came in very nice. All the fins are perfect. There was no burn on the fins, nothing. Yeah, they're ready to go. They're already eating pellets.
They're really nice. They're like silver with black in them, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Hey, wait. I got problems. I got problems.
No, because you're on
The podcast? Yeah. And then people are asking for 3XL, and we didn't do 3XL.
Okay, then we'll get it. No
Oh,
problem.
see?
That's,
Perfect. That's the way it is.
So what about 2XL?
What about 2XL?
no problem. We'll get that too.
Oh, anything we got. How about more money?
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, how about another wife? No, I'm just kidding. Don't get me that one. I'm already good. All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right. Michigan Tropicals LLC, $10 donation. Michigan Tropicals, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Is
$10
that
donation.
Michael? Must be Michael, right?
Yep.
Michigan
Is that?
Tropical. Thank you, Michael.
Michael.
Best way to cure avocado puffer of swim bladder. Added salt water changes daily of 35 to 40% held feeding.
Who is it?
Is that a question or they're
No,
answering?
what
Yeah,
type
I'm
of
not-
fish?
Avocado puffer.
Avocado puffer. Maybe I read that wrong. Best way to cure avocado puffer of swim bladder. Added salt water changes daily of 35 to 40% held feeding.
Have you tried the whole pee method? Where they put pee in a syringe, like just squeeze up, and then they shoot.
Did you say pee?
Not like pee from your penis, pee from like the market, like
Like
a
a
green
pea.
pea.
Green peas.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what do you do with it? You put it in a syringe?
Yeah, and then you shoot the green pea into the fish.
Are you listening to yourself? You're gonna shoot. You're gonna shoot.
Pee,
Shoot
like
pea?
not pee,
Yes.
pee.
So you can take a green pea and you're gonna shoot it up into a fish?
Yeah, in his mouth.
Oh, in his mouth.
Yes.
Okay,
What do
you
you
didn't
think it
say
is?
this.
Shoot it up
Okay.
into the fish.
And then what's that?
And then I there's some.
yeah, it clears
there's some-
constipation
yes.
supposedly. Like
and he
if,
helps with.
if you're feeding a diet that's low in fiber, a fish can get constipated. But what were you reading though, Mike? Is that a question or an answer? This
That's
sounded
a
more-
question. He said he's
That's
got
an
a green puffer that's floating,
Oh, okay.
and he needs help figuring out how to defloat.
It's tricky. It could be a bacterial infection too, and then they're building up gases inside. So it's hard to judge what the real problem is. My first go-to before doing anything invasive, like what you're saying, is I would just try an antibiotic. Do a water. The three top things I do if something's wrong is clean the filter, water change, and then the third is antibiotic. But I like to do the first two first and see if anything gets better. If it gets better, I leave it alone. If it's still not getting better, then I go to medication.
And if that doesn't work, you try the needle method.
And if that doesn't work, then you go get some green peas and force feed your fish.
And if that doesn't work, have you tried? Stingrays don't really get that problem, right? You never had a stingray floating.
No, I did. You remember in LA, I had that one albino pearl. I think you were even there to help me. Like one side of his abdomen was like swollen up like a pocket of air, and I would, take the syringe and poke it and draw the air out.
And it worked.
It took a while for me to fix it, but ultimately the problem was the ray kept going up and down the glass and sucking in air. So even though I fixed the problem, he would keep doing it. And then eventually what I did was I put him in a basket and I made it float really high up so that he can't go vertical up and down, and it would fix the problem. I release him and he starts doing that again. He's just overactive, and he doesn't realize what he's doing to himself.
We got another $10 donation from Donna Smith. Donna, thank you very much. Thank
you, Donna.
Thank you.
Here's your question. Have you heard of that fish place in PA? They have a stingray touch tank. I want a stingray, but want to know the smallest breed and the best tank.
Smallest breed. Okay. Well, there are a few species out there that's a little bit smaller, but they're not as common in the hobby anymore, only because nowadays people buy captive bred rays. And back in the day, a lot of what's called teacups would come out, reticulated rays, hystrix were all wild rays, and they tend to be on the smaller size, but wild rays are just much harder to deal with, So when rays got the bad reputation of being a hard-to-keep fish, a very sensitive fish, and you needed to be an expert, it was really because it was a wild ray and it was hard to manage. But with captive bred rays, it's fine. And those would be the strains, the types that were a smaller type.
I used to have a teacup stingray actually for a while. I had them with some discus, and they don't get big. Their disc only gets like about a foot in diameter, right?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe a little bit more.
Also,
I
I
haven't
know,
seen one in years.
totally off topic, but I know a couple people asked me last time. The guy in the middle, that's Mike from Zen Aqua. He makes the Zen Aqua stands, and relatively new YouTube channel in the community, and he's been around Aquashellas and been around a couple of things like that. So,
People are asking how we know.
yeah, I know from last one,
his
but usually we
father.
were trying to do like an introduction.
You're my daddy.
Hey.
Rod
Yeah.
is his dad.
So
No.
I met Rod at Aquashella.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say that right. Okay.
I'm doing the fake story.
Okay. Go.
So I met Rod at Aquashella. It was the first one after COVID in Orlando, and there's another YouTuber. His name's George from Coralfish 12G, who who basically found me on Facebook because I would make these custom aquarium displays from live edge wood, and I would do like these small nano setups. And he found me on Facebook. I didn't even know who he was because he messaged me on his personal profile, and he invited me to go to Aquashella, and that's how I became friends with Rod and a whole bunch of other fish keeping YouTubers and content creators and stuff like that. And when I found out he was coming to Long Island, I
Send me a love letter.
I sent him a love letter like, I want to work with you. I love you so much. I love your big Arapaima neck.
That's why he's here.
Slipped it underneath the door like every day.
Yeah.
I see like little notes under the door.
I would wait outside
Little
for
heart cutouts,
hours.
You would like send your crush the heart cutouts. Like,
Nah, he's a good friend. Good friend. And then his brother is behind the camera putting everything together for us. As a cameraman, editor. Pretty much
it all.
everything. Weirdo, you said?
Yeah, he's really weird. Yeah.
Is that what he
little
said?
weird.
No.
Sometimes misspells things.
No, the brother that sometimes misspells fish names.
Yep, that's me.
Cichlid, Sicklid.
So when
well,
you
that
see
one was a
something
joke.
misspelled, it's not me, okay?
Nexus, $50 donation.
Chicken dance.
Chicken dance.
Is
Let's
that
go.
what he requested?
Yeah, he said, please tell
No,
Faygo
I'm
to do
jumping
the
on the
chicken
live.
dance.
I'm jumping on the line.
Do you know any fish store startups looking for investors or silent partners? Right. This guy.
Let me know, man. Let me know.
This guy right here.
We need to blow this up. I'm getting too old, right, Fajai? We discussed we gotta make it in the next 5 years because dude, actually somebody told us if we want to go to Aruba, you get us. Like a place to stay and everything.
Okay, and then what are we gonna do there?
I'm going
Film?
to Aruba.
Oh, okay.
Any fish store startups looking for investors?
I don't know any fish stores starting, but I mean, money talks. You know, I can replace Fajai if you got a lot of money.
I'll be out of here. You can take my place.
No, Fajai is irreplaceable.
I mean, that could, anything could go towards the monster tank too.
Well, I think
depends on-
like,
that
you know
might be
what? That's a good
different.
idea. We should get investors on different parts of the business. It's just really hard to partner up with people.
Yeah.
You know, like Fajai and I work very well together, but I'm sure everybody watching, they had if you had a business experience, it's really difficult to find someone that you're gonna get along 24/7. Ooh, I like that sound.
They just said
That's my eBay account, my personal eBay account.
That's his only fan going ding ding. But yeah, on the serious though, like there's so much business in this one business that we need more people to help out. It's hard for us to manage it all, and we can't do it all. It's just impossible. But there's so much more that we could be doing. Like right now, we have a big following, even Brazil. Like they even know him, and he doesn't even speak Portuguese. They're like, "What is he saying? What is he saying?" So I think if we did events like the Monster Fish Bash in different countries, can you imagine?
Yeah.
It'd be
What?
wild.
I guess ultimately the point is our ears are open. Like if people, have something they want to, work with us on or want to make a proposal, we can always listen.
Right?
Yeah.
So send an email to livefish@predatorfins.com.
Well, it's true. I mean,
With
any
your
business
Venmo
ideas.
account. No.
We had people want to open predatory fins in other countries. Oh,
Oh,
It's okay. No one saw it.
we had people trying
we
to open
lost the
predatory
camera.
fins in other
In case
countries.
anyone's wondering.
And we entertained the idea. It just wasn't at the right time.
It's just got to make sense. If it makes sense, then, the ideas move forward. If it doesn't make sense, then it doesn't make sense.
So I feel like a lot of our followers are primarily like, men or something along those lines. Right? We have someone that commented, Lady Monster Keeper from Philly, I guess Philly. Laxon Princess Amira. Curious, what type of monster fish do you have?
Oh, pretty much all types. If you want to check our website, predatoryfins.com, we carry pretty much everything that's allowed. I think the only thing that we can't really have here is piranhas, right? Well, snakeheads are illegal all over U.S., but piranhas in New York. And that's about it. But besides that, we carry everything that we can bring.
Oh, we actually have another $2 donation from Gabriel R. Thank you very much. Are the metallic sharks same as black ear sharks?
No.
No.
The name is actually on the website, right?
I don't remember this.
Nonatus?
Yeah, the scientific name is on there. It's a different species.
But in general, they're all that type of gene, right?
Yes,
It's just different.
Same genus.
Isn't it weird how piranhas are illegal in New York? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
And they're legal in New Jersey.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
I think that doesn't have to do with it being released into the waters. I think New York is more concerned about safety, like people who don't know how to handle it and it might get bit, you know.
People think that, oh, it's cool to own a piranha, and then they stick.
What about dogs? Or
Exactly. So it's just where they draw the line, right? But a lot of it doesn't make sense.
You could get
a
an
dog could
electric
bite
eel.
you too.
Right.
Yeah, we talked about this that time when we were doing, when that whole, what was that thing? That piece of legislation that was gonna pass some kind of crazy law. I forgot what it was about. But we were talking about that. You know, where do you draw the line?
Question: do you have anything filling up or no?
It's filling now. I was draining before, so we're good.
Who's watching?
Boy.
Okay.
I wonder what other fish are like illegal to own, but are just not in the hobby, so no one knows about it, and no one ever like goes out of their way to get them.
Actually, this is kind of. There's been a few pacu caught near Hempstead Lake on Long Island. You know where that is?
I think they would
Yeah.
die like in the hard winter.
They're gonna die. Yeah, they were released like recently.
Somebody like put them.
Yeah, there's no way they'd be able to survive a freeze over.
Yeah.
I did see pacus in North Florida, which gets cold too, and they were doing fine, and they're big, pacu swimming with guards and stuff. Yeah.
Dude, people don't realize how big pacu get. They get almost as tall as they could get long, and they get fat. They get enormous.
One time I had a guy in Hawaii buy a bunch of pacus because he was growing them for food.
In Hawaii?
Pacu ribs, yes, because
It's supposedly really good.
there's not a lot of land, so you can't really be raising cows everywhere. So fish is easier to grow, and pacu grows really fast. So they were buying like hundreds of pacus to grow them out for food.
And they're legal in Hawaii?
Yeah,
I would think they wouldn't be.
I know.
It's so weird.
Sierra Jensen, another $2 donation. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You do that, we will. I got on the phone and it's done deal. So we're coming up with 2XL and 3XL.
Get ready. As soon as it drops. When do you think you will have, I know we answered this question before, but when do you think you'll have Predatory Fin's new location open to the public? Is it still a goal? If so, possibly?
It takes forever, dude. Why? Like I feel like I've been here for so long already.
We're getting
You have.
comfortable.
You've been here over a year.
I know.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Well, things are starting to smoothen out a little bit, right? I think we got the ball rolling.
I mean, it's just the
Things are
building.
moving.
The building's so big, and it was designed for other things. So now we're trying to change all that and have the aquarium store here. So it's a process, you know. And at the same time, we're going through that process. We're actually working and we're dealing with our families, and so it's not like we can just focus on that every single day. That's why it takes so long.
60311, is the power done yet? The power's done, right?
Power's
Almost-
done.
almost there.
90%, right?
Yeah. We're just waiting for PSE&G to do something.
They have to connect us from the outside pole to inside of the building.
Yeah. Actually, Ed messaged me the other day. He said, keep an eye out for PSE&G, something with a meter, and that's it. I was like,
Were you gonna keep an eye out the window? and see
yeah,
when
I'm
they
going to
come?
stand outside and wait all day.
John, the cameras go out?
Is it what?
Are the cameras still on, or they go out?
No, they're good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're good.
I don't know if they timed out the 30 minutes.
Yeah, no, we're good. I clicked it. Best show tank fish, in your opinions?
She'll take fish.
Depends on what type of
Yeah,
fish.
it depends on what type of tank was set up. Like, I think the red monkey, for example, it was a really cool fish because it was always trying to follow you around and rip your hands open. You know, but it's very colorful as well. So it really depends on what type of fish you're looking for. I mean, I always said an amazing tank would be like a dark tank with an albino stingray, albino arowana, just swimming back and forth with a nice blue light. You know, they're not skittish. They're not flying over the tank. So it's very. It depends on what you like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm waiting to plan my vacation to New York for when you guys open up. That's exciting.
Damn, you have people planning their
That's
vacations
crazy.
around you.
Well, thanks for that.
Dude, I in Florida, I mean, we had people coming
That's
from
some pressure.
Faygo didn't experience that. But I had people coming from Italy, Germany, all over the states to come, visit as a Predatory Fins in Florida.
That's crazy.
So if we can build something bigger and better here, then I wouldn't have a doubt that people come from all over the place to come visit.
Oh, this place is going to be sick once it's open.
Hopefully.
And you're in a good area, the tri-state area. Like, what is there, like probably 50 million people in a 100-mile radius of here?
I know. So that's what's good.
Yeah.
Jason Plecos, what's up, buddy? How you doing? How's business? Rob Erico said, bigger is always better. Giggity. Giggity is like Quagmire.
Quagmire, Family Guy.
You don't know who Quagmire is, right?
No.
Oh,
Well,
dude.
I just thought you were talking about your friend. You always call
Oh,
him
yeah,
Quagmire.
yeah. Oh, I do. You know why? Because one day we're moving a big tank, and I look at his shoes, and he had Quagmire shoes, like with the color of Quagmire's clothing. So I'm like, he's like, oh, I spent $500 on these shoes. I'm like, oh, dude,
500?
on Quagmire shoes, yeah.
Oh my god.
So now I call him Quagmire.
I think my entire closet is not even $500.
I have 3 pairs of shoes. I really don't care about.
I don't really care too much about clothes either.
Would you ever get another fella? Platinum Fly River?
We have to. Once we have the exhibit ready, we have to have an area just for Fella and Sheila. Another fella.
Another fella.
Another
Oh,
fella.
you know who loved Sheila the other day? No, when she came over, I was showing her the tank. She was like, "Oh my god, she was so cute."
Sheila's really cool. My mom actually is doing a design where she took the shape of Sheila and is gonna be like her shape and then any different artwork inside of her. So like
that's cool.
The funds for those shirts will go to building the exhibit,
It's a good idea.
Oh, we actually have a rescue to do Saturday, John.
Yeah. Yep. And it's right on the island too.
Yeah.
It's very
So
close.
see, that's another
Really?
thing.
Where?
I gave him the address. But if we have the exhibit ready, then we'll have space to rescue more fish. Mm-hmm. Some of them we'll be able to keep here. Some of them we won't. We'll have this place at least to hold them and ship them out. Right now, we don't. We can't put random fish on the tanks that we sell fish out of because those fish are already all quarantined.
Can you imagine if you did a fish rescue like 100% full time? You'd be able to load this whole building up with
Yeah.
rehoused fish. Yeah. It's a shame because there's like so many people, but it's just one of those things.
You mentioned the quarantine tank, right? Are you gonna do another quarantine setup? Like, I know you have that one big one.
We want to make a quarantine like wall, so like all the fish that comes in goes in there, and we can use our medicine because there's a lot of people that want to learn, how to quarantine a fish, what medicine to use for what, and in my opinion, there's nobody better to learn from than this man over here. That's half asleep, so we gotta learn now before he's full asleep.
Adam Art, question for Predatory Fins. What is the best predator fish for a 50-gallon tank?
Best predator fish?
I think the bucktooth tetras are pretty cool, but there's one that a lot of people don't have it, and we imported before. It's called Faygo maculatus. It's very thin and long, but it has a crocodile mouth. Have you seen those before?
I've never seen.
Look it up. Faygo maculatus.
It's like a tiny, tiny little gar.
Yeah,
right?
but it looks so prehistoric. Like the scales on it, it feels like concrete.
How do you spell it? Vegas Mac.
PH
Oh, PHA.
A
Type in an FHE.
G-U-S.
Vegas what?
Fagos.
Fagos. Yeah, I think it's Fagos.
Okay, maculados.
I'm not even going to attempt to spell it. How do you spell it?
Phagos.
Maculados?
Yeah.
It's really cool.
MAC.
MAC.
You put a picture on the screen?
Is this what
Yeah,
it
I'm
looks
gonna
like?
try.
No, man, that's plants.
I know that's what came up.
Oh no, that's a plant.
No, but you know what's a good fish that I just got? Those fish that we just recorded the other day, John. The Balanosox belizeus, I think it's what it's called. The pike top minnows. Those
Oh,
things,
yeah, those
they
things
don't
are-
get
those
very
things are
big.
sick.
Yeah, these are sick.
The spotted Faygo? Is that
Oh,
what-
I've seen these
spotted-
before.
Faygo.
I
Is it
love
the one on
these.
your website?
Yeah, I think we had it on the
It's
website.
sold out.
We had
Sold
it one.
out, but
We
it's
had it
on
one
there.
time. We don't bring it in that often.
Let me see if I can.
Yeah.
I could probably pop this out.
Yo, their teeth, they open their mouth almost like a tiger fish. Like I've seen them open their mouth like this and just take bait.
That's like these pike top minnows I got, right, John? We were recording them.
Yeah,
These things
they're
just
honestly
they just
sick.
stalk their prey. They don't go crazy like some fish, and they got teeth like freaking crazy, but they don't get
To
too
them.
big.
I pulled up the picture on your website so they could see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's got like a beak, right?
Yeah,
Something like
really
that.
cool fish.
Pretty
And they
sick.
have sharp teeth too.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
I've seen those, and I've actually said like the mouth is very unique. It's like a short, snubby mouth.
Yeah, they're cool fish. Our older secretary put a comment here and then she deleted. Hey Shadia, Shahid, she asked how's Tank, Sugar, and Bella. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to put Tank down. As much as I hate to say it, he's not getting better. He's just getting worse, and it's not fair to keep him alive just because I want him to be alive. You know what I mean? So next week, I'm probably gonna pick a day and have them come here. There's a place here called Paws of Love or something like that, and they come here and they euthanize him. You know, so it's not stressing him out. But he's going through a hard time. The last shipment that we had, we were here till 6 in the morning, and then Kevin and I witnessed him having a really, really bad seizure where he
It was long and drawn out.
it was long, but what happened was he was going through his moment and he bit the cage, and he bit it so hard he ripped his teeth off. So I can't put him through this anymore. So next week I make the call already. I've been through a lot with him, and it's not fair for him.
Yeah,
Even from when we first came here.
yeah. I remember when we
Dude,
first
I tried
came.
everything, bro. I tried everything. That's the only thing that I feel good about, because I always said I never put a dog down, but he's suffering so much. There's no point, you know.
You could be at peace with it, you know.
Yeah.
Know
No,
that you're
dude,
making the right
dude.
choice.
Dude, yeah. What I've done for him, I don't think I would have done for a human being. I'm telling you.
I know you're feeding him eggs and steak. I don't even eat that.
When he was sick, I was here every day after cooking, blending food, and jacking in his mouth. Every single night. Every single night.
Yeah, you know it's for the better. It
Yeah,
is.
it just sucks, but.
Yeah, everyone's saying sorry to hear that. It's really unfortunate.
And I
just
didn't
looking
even
at him today too. He was just sad and
Yeah,
just-
he's not. I
just
saw a
not
picture of
himself.
him when we were moving here, and he was so big and healthy and 150 pounds, gorgeous dog, and now he's just like he doesn't even know who he is. You know,
Well, what I see is he's kind of like living in fear because he's so sensitive to noise and vibrations because I really don't think he can see. So any noise, he just freaks out and he'll just like start darting and running if it spooks him enough.
And he touched too, and he accidentally destroyed a light yesterday too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's unfortunate, but I just don't think he can see or something like that.
So
you know?
I think what is very weird that I paid a lot of attention to him, and sometimes I see him acting normal, and sometimes I see him not acting normal. Like one night I came in here, and he was in the cage looking straight at me coming in the door. So I went left, and he literally followed with his head. I went right, he followed her. So I'm like, how can he not see it, but he can follow me where I am?
It's the
He probably
senses.
sees shadow.
Shadows or just
He could just be partially blind too, you know.
no, he's
You think he's like full blown?
well not I think it's just one big blur. That's what I think.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. But, you know, they say sometimes, like even with humans, if you lose one of your senses, your other ones get amplified like crazy, and you're able. Like, you ever see like an older person in a nursing home that, you know, maybe they can't see well, but then all of a sudden their hearing gets better or something like that. Maybe it's the same with dogs.
Yeah, it's possible.
Sometimes I see him like he does laps around the warehouse. He just goes round and round and
Listen,
round.
there was one day before you came, I was editing a video like 2 in the morning, and it was Sugar, Bella, Tank all sleeping. I had to give him his medicine, and I had just finished mopping the whole floor. I mean, it's a lot of floor to mop. So the floor was like super clean, you know. And I'm sitting there editing, and he had a panic attack, like a seizure. And dude, the way he jumped from being asleep, up in the air, blood everywhere, pissing everywhere, all over Ryan's stuff. The other 2 dogs run away, and I'm trying to hold his head, and he's just pow, 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 hitting his head on the floor. He actually broke tooth. It's just not ideal for him anymore. I can't even talk about it. But after that, he's normal. So he started eating, you know, drinking water, because after a seizure, it's like you're running a marathon. And I'm sitting there editing a video, and literally, dude, 30 minutes later, I smell like crap. And I'm like, oh, he took a dump. When I opened the office door, there was a trail all over the warehouse. Like, you know, the lap that Kevin was saying that he was doing? So he stepped on it and literally did a whole trail. And I had to, like, mop the whole floor again. So it's just like, through the winter, every day I gave him a bath, you know, outside. Freezing cold, and I'm bathing him with hot water, because if he had a seizure, he would fall on top of his crap. It's just not.
Even on Sunday when we went to that event and we came back here afterwards, he'd just shit all over the place.
Yeah.
On a different topic, Wellington Junior, 55 BRL. What is that? Is that
BRL is Brazilian money.
Brazilian money? It says, hello, guys. Ask if Bitoca forgot the password of the Brazilian channel. Hugs for everyone.
Bitoca's Junior. Actually, no, I am. Yeah, I am Bitoca. It's a nickname that they came up with. But, no, it's just no time, you know? Like, we can barely keep up with everything we're doing. We have 3 channels that we're trying to bring it up. So it takes a lot. It takes a lot. I definitely want to at least do one day a week, because in Brazil, they don't have 80% of the stuff that we can bring. So for them, it's you know, it's totally different. Like it was for us first time we saw these fish. Like, for example, what is it? Stingray. What is it, Faygo? The albino pearl.
Yeah.
Here, the price is like nothing, now. Over there, it's something new. So they're selling for thousands and thousands of dollars.
But don't a lot of the fish that you get come from Brazil and South America?
Yeah, they don't care about those. But even those are hard for them to get. They care about the stuff that they can get, which is a lot.
Just like we don't care about our native fish here.
Right.
Well, it's not just that. I think there's regulations in place, because Brazil is so big, the different states.
Okay.
I was told, I don't know if it's fact, but they don't want fish traveling from different states, because it can destroy the ecosystem of those areas. Like, so if something's indigenous to that state, they don't want it to cross over to this state and then start polluting their population.
So kind of like here too, you could have a fish that lives up north and doesn't live down south, and they could get established. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I could see that. I
mean, that would be cool if we can get the Brazilian channel up and going again.
Yeah.
Really cool.
You can edit in Portuguese?
I can send it to someone.
I'm signing you up for Duolingo.
You could, post the same videos, but in Portuguese, so
But it's also not the same. It's like almost like Kevin and I now are together, you know, the channels and stuff. So people relate to that. Junior and I we had our friendship, which was fun, but now without him, it's something totally different. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
I
a lot of
feel
people watched for our friendship, not mainly for the fish.
I feel that.
What other questions we got? Anything?
Someone asked a question about a black arowana. Maybe how big.
I love black arowanas. I like them way better than silver arowanas.
They're asking how big it gets, max in captivity. I don't think that big. I have never seen like anything over 2 feet. Have you ever seen one in captivity? Over 2 feet of black?
Little over, like 26.
Like about like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. That's the max I've ever seen.
A little more reasonable. I wonder why they're not more popular, because they're more accessible for more people than a silver. Because silvers get really big.
They're banned from exportation right now.
Oh, really? Is that? I was wondering, because I used to see them in pet stores every so often, but recently, like the last couple of years, I feel like I haven't seen them anywhere.
We used to get them all the time, but Colombia, to bring the population up, they ban all export.
Oh, they're endangered?
Well, before they get to that point.
And there's no way to breed them in captivity?
Asia hasn't done it, right?
I'm sure they're trying. I wouldn't be surprised if it's in the works, and then once they're successful,
It's everywhere.
but it could be a more difficult species to breed. I don't know.
Yeah, and then they could open the ban, and then all of a sudden there's thousands of them coming back in.
Yep.
But I like black arowanas way better than silver arowanas for sure.
What is the nicest fish you guys imported to this date? Again, probably a hard question, but what's one that's super memorable?
The hardest fish we imported?
No, the nicest.
The nicest fish.
What's the
That
nicest?
platinum barramundi was really nice. Everybody
Why-
probably sees our face going like,
Why does that
yeah.
keep falling over?
It just keeps.
It's because
I
you wrap
was-
the cord around it like a.
I was
dingus.
pretty impressed with that albino shark, the saltwater one. We had
oh
two.
yeah, and the leucistic EO. We
I like
some
the
really
shark. I
nice-
like the shark more than.
those three together in a tank will make the whole tank. See,
We'll-
that's
we'll
why
get
we
it
need the
again.
exhibit ready, because we can get so much cool stuff, that you're gonna see once in a lifetime.
That'd be awesome. I can't wait till it's done. I'm gonna be here like every day helping you guys.
The golden goonch. Yeah, that thing was sick.
No, it's still here.
It's still here. Yeah.
I was. It is sick.
The golden
It's
goon.
awesome.
That's like the golden ticket from Willy Wonka. Like I got the golden goon.
Can you imagine that thing at like 3-4 feet?
That would look sick. I love goonch. I love Dorado catfish also. I think the Dorados are the ones that are very silver, right? Almost
Yeah,
like
like
reflective.
chrome.
Chrome. I love those.
Imagine getting one of those albino. How shiny that thing would be.
Oh, that would look sick.
Crazy.
I love those. I think there were. Oh, sorry. You got a
No, you're
question?
good. You're good. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Do you guys have any personal tanks at home, and what do you have in them?
0.
You have a lot, right?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot of smaller setups. I have a paddlefish that's outside.
Where'd
Which
you get that from?
yeah, just a
Guy,
nowhere important. But I know I have a paddlefish, which I'm going to be making a pond for him once it gets a little warmer out. And I have just a 40-gallon breeder with some rainbow fish that I rehomed for one of my friends, and then a lot of smaller setups. I have a couple bettas, one really nice betta, a copper alien, which is a really nice, like reflective, like we were just talking about with the Dorado catfish, and I have a Florida biotope tank, and what I was saying before, some pike top minnows, which are a really cool, unique fish, and I also have some Sulawesi shrimp, which are very, very. What's Sulawesi shrimp? What's so funny about it?
The way you said, I don't know. I
Yeah.
never heard that before.
So you've never heard of Sulawesi shrimp?
No.
Well, I don't blame you, because unless you're actually into like the nano aquariums and stuff, they're very extremely endangered, but they're somehow in the hobby. And
Sulawesi?
Sulawesi, yeah, they're like little Neocaridina shrimp, which are like the normal cherry shrimp that you see, but they require very specific water parameters. They're extremely temperamental, but they have these ridiculous color like
Hey, Jack.
variations.
Yeah.
Would you ever keep a shrimp?
I did it before with saltwater, but that's it.
These shrimp, they look like saltwater shrimp, but they're freshwater, and they need super hard water. They need like the cleanest, freshest water. They hate water changes. That like they're super temperamental. I've lost my colony like 90% a couple times just because I haven't sometimes just do something wrong and wipes them out. But you guys probably aren't here to want to hear about shrimp.
No. The way you said Sulawesi, I'm like, who
That's what
comes
they're
up with
called.
these names?
I don't know. They look amazing though. They really are sick.
Sometimes when I was like looking up the names on the website trying to find these fish, I would search like 3-4 different spellings for the one name of a fish. I just cannot find it.
Yeah. You should leave it to Rod
I should.
No.
and Kevin.
He knows how long it
You know how many
takes.
times we're making a video and I'm like, what are these again?
I'm really bad with fish names, though. I'm more of like a visual. Like I remember some fish, but like scientific names, forget about it. I don't know any of them.
Coy James Dotson from Facebook. What advice do you have to give about wanting to keep giant red-tailed gourami?
Needs advice on it?
Yeah, just what advice about keeping them, right? About wanting to keep giant red-tailed gouramis.
I mean, it's like any other fish. I don't think
They
there's
get
anything
decent
special.
size, though.
Yeah, they get big. I think it's one of the nicer gouramis because the really big bright red tail that they get Maybe when they get over, do they get aggressive? Like, will they pick on other fish when they get bigger?
Mr. Bubbles was a jerk.
Was it?
Yeah, before he passed.
So other than that, just watch out for that. So just choose your tank mates a little bit carefully
And they
that they
also
can grow
jump.
together. And they grow fast, right? So they might grow faster and outgrow other fish in your tank.
And they jump too, so they'll, make sure you have a lid.
Gouramis?
I lifted one out of the water one time, and it smacked me so hard because it's such a wide surface. It went pop, and it
Your face?
hurt. No, on my arm. It's crazy.
I like the red tail gouramis. They're really cool. I don't like the other ones. What are the white ones called? Is there any special name for them?
The white ones.
The giant gouramis, like the
There's
lighter.
a golden and there's an albino.
Yeah, they have the
Maybe it's
golden
an albino.
and they have platinum too.
Hey, is that our Sean? Sean's asking where's Kevin's sweatshirt. It got replaced with merch. It got replaced with merch.
Alex Jones, $20. Thank you very much for that.
That's a cool name.
Alex Jones, just like clean cut. Yeah. One of the farms you work with should look into hybridizing alligator gar with one of the I don't even know how to say that. Should I try it?
Go ahead.
Lepisostis.
That's there you go.
That was it. Lepisostis species, short nose, spotted, long nose. Long nose alligator hybrids occur rarely in the wild. They would be popular in captivity. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
They probably do already, no? Hybridizing all types of gars.
I didn't know that they. I was gonna say that it may not be compatible, but he's saying that it's found in the wild. An alligator, and was that the long nose species or short nose? How can that even be possible? Because an alligator gar at breeding size is how big?
Yeah, but
Huge.
same thing with dogs and humans.
And they're short nose and spotted, but there's
Look, same thing with humans, bro. You can have a little guy and a big girl. It happens. Okay? Fish will hybridize. I told you, remember I said, let's say 100 years from now, it might be a total different population of fish out there.
Isn't it? I always think about how crazy it is that one of the craziest looking and biggest freshwater fish, the alligator gar, is native to the United States. Because most people think like Arapaima, red-tailed catfish, like, tropical places. But when I found that out, I was like, holy shit.
Dude, I'm going to get one the moment that tank is ready. I don't want anything under 7 feet.
I'm coming with you. I'm going to come. I want to see that.
okay. So you can take my place.
Fish doesn't want to sit on the U-Haul.
I'll wrestle it. I'll fight off some gators for one of those things. I'll jump in the water with it.
All right, so it's 7 o'clock, so we'll take maybe a couple more questions if anyone
Already?
has them. We'll start wrapping it up.
Dang.
I think we need to, Sean Squill, I think we need to chat about how much work Rod and Kevin put into getting incoming fish healthy before releasing to the public. They go above and beyond.
Bro,
Honestly,
you see the
they do.
bags under my eyes, bro? This is destroying my life.
It's crazy.
He's got a bag for every fish that he saved.
Yeah. So when we had that shipment come in at like 1:30 in the morning and we were done, I was done at like 5:15. But you guys still stayed after
To like
to
7.
make sure that they were all good. Like God knows what time you guys even came home.
Well,
it was insane.
You stayed to 7 when we were about to leave. Tank had the seizure, so I stayed an extra hour to wait for the seizure to pass to give him the medicine. So I didn't go home until like 8:30.
That's insane.
Yeah, but like I said in the video the other day, that's just the first step. That's just getting it here.
Yeah.
The real work is afterwards. That's what I was, doing now. Water changes are running now as we speak, because it's a lot of upkeep to making sure that they stay
Honestly,
healthy.
dude, a lot of fish will come in and look amazing. But if you don't medicate or do the right procedures the days to come, everything can go to crap.
They break down within that first week. So if you don't do what you need to do, it's gonna be bad
Like,
news.
Yeah.
like we're talking about the other day, like, we do so much work for these fish. Like, our prices are actually low compared to the amount of work we put in the fish. And I told him, I said, hey, look, if we need to raise the price and give people quality, if we're spending money on medicine and, feeding the right stuff, if people prefer to get something cheaper somewhere else, there's nothing we can do, But as long as we make the markup we need to make to survive and giving a good product, not just looking at an animal as a money symbol, then, hey.
I think people just need to realize the amount of work and effort that we put into it to get it to that health and condition.
Look at the
And that's-
stingrays. Talk about the stingrays that came from Colombia.
Well, it's not just stingrays; it's
No, that's
all
just,
fish, though.
Just an example.
Yeah, those marbled matoros, right?
And the flowers.
Well, the flowers are doing better than the
I know,
marbles, but
I'm talking about like when they come in, we couldn't ship them.
no,
We had to medicate them. We had to try to feed them day after day after day.
Get them
water
to eat.
changes.
it's a lot of work.
Until they start eating, then we can only sell those. And still, we instead of letting you guys take the loss, we took the loss on the ones that didn't make it. You know, but if we all just care about money, we would have just shipped them out. Oh, died at your house. Oh, sorry, it was your water or your tank, or blame you for it. But
And people have got to see that, especially when you order online. I mean, I think, honestly, in my opinion, one of the perks about buying from us is because they can see in our videos what we do, and they can see the health of the fish. When we do our feeding videos, when we do our in-stock videos, you actually get to see what's going on. It's not just buying off a photo on the website that was been there for like years, and it's the same photo, right? And I think there are people who hunt for pricing, and then there are people who want quality animals, right? And sometimes it gets blurred. The people that hunt for price also want quality animals, but it doesn't match. I always throw out the saying, you can't expect a Ferrari for a Toyota price. You know what I mean? And even though it's the same fish, it's not the same. You can buy a fish from somebody else who didn't go through this process, and the fish might die. Might. Okay, I'm not saying will. Might die in your tank within that first week. Right? And is it worth it that you saved $20, $30, $40, whatever it is that you saved? In the end, you lose. And then they do it again, and they buy again, and they buy again. But they keep losing if you buy from a better source. And I'm not going to say we're the only ones. There are good sources out there. But you put your money into buying from a good source, it's worth it in the long run. The fish will live, number one. And potentially you can save yourself from wiping out your whole tank at home. So because you tried to save that little bit of money, if you have like $10,000 worth of fish at home, you might be putting that in jeopardy if you're buying from a cheap source. So
I
there's a
agree.
lot of things to think about. It's not just, okay, you can get the same goldfish from us for $10, you can get it from PetSmart or whatever for $5, You just have to make that decision.
well, the problem is we can't just bring these animals in and just sell it
No.
and not care about it because we have a
can't.
reputation. That's the problem. You know what I mean? If we didn't care about, if we're just hiding and nobody knew who we were, and that's what type of people we want to be, then it's different, because we're just double on money. Go, go, go. But we actually care about the animal. Like, I see him, and he enjoys feeding them, and every day he's sitting there with a little spoon, trying to get the fish fed the right way. So
Sorry, guys.
I think caring for the fish is a lot of work. I think this business, I used to own a restaurant. It's even worse because he's alive. Restaurant's already dead. He's cooking, This is life. You don't want to cook them. So it's like 24/7 in your mind, in your brain, thinking about this.
This is actually a cool question. Can you recommend a nano predator for a community? Abstract aquarist.
Depends on the size of the tank. If you're talking like a real nano tank, like probably 5 gallons or less, you have to go with like a scarlet batis or a tiger batis. They're the most colorful. They have the best personality. They basically just eat meaty or live food. There's also a couple other ones. Like I have some pygmy sunfish. They're carnivorous also. They'll go after live food. And actually, honestly, like most fish in nature are carnivorous, and they'll go after stuff that's small enough. It's just that nano fish are so small, most of the time they can't, there's not really a lot of live stuff that they'll go after. But those are probably my two favorite. There's also another fish which is not very common at all, and I haven't seen it in a long time, it's called a Indostomus crocodilius, I think it's called. It looks like a little toothpick, literally like not even an inch long, and it's thin. It looks like a miniature gar, and they only eat live food also. Those are probably my 3 favorite like nano predators.
I just thought of one, the kangaroo.
Oh yeah,
They're big, though.
They get big, don't they? Aren't they small?
those are the ones that yeah.
bore into your body.
Yeah.
Sean Squill said Rod needs a nap. I think on that note,
I'm tired.
All right, guys, that's gonna be it for today. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate
Really
you guys.
quick today, huh?
What?
This one felt really quick.
It was.
It was an hour.
Just an hour.
All right.
Typical.
Well, if you guys have other questions that you want to ask us, you feel free to email us at livefish@predatoryfins.com. Fajai, what's your email?
Livefish@predatoryfins.com.
And then we will answer from there. But all the fish, I saw there's a comment asking when the unboxing video drop out. We got a lot of cool fish in.
Yeah.
What do you think, John?
Yeah. That one's a lot more editing because I shot it with 3, so it's gonna be a lot better of a video. So I'm hoping to get it up within the next 2 days.
Because we shot with 3 cameras. It was a lot. It's gonna be a lot of work to edit that video.
Yeah, but it's gonna be really good. You guys are gonna like it a lot.
But before we go, what other shipments we have coming in?
We have 2 Brazil, and we have Nigeria and Congo, and we have China. Right? I think that's what's
next
on the
one's
board.
coming in.
Yeah.
So if you have any fish that you like from those countries, feel free to send us an email and we can try to get it with our order if they're available. A lot of times, we bring fish in and say, "Oh, can you get this? Can you get this?" But it's off the fact. So if it's before, we can also supply us if it's available, and we'll see what we can do. But just say something cool that we have coming in.
Something cool that we have coming in. Oh, nah, I don't want to say that yet.
No? Okay.
Yeah, wait till it gets here.
What about long? No, not that one.
See, he always likes to give stuff up. No, let's just wait until it lands. It makes the unboxing more fun to watch.
Okay, I have something that I want to show you guys, and I want to see if you know what it is. I'm going to show them that video I sent you of the 4.
I don't remember.
It's
It's so many videos. Yeah, how am I supposed to remember?
I mean, we do get videos every day, but this video right here. Cool, right?
Oh,
They're
whoa.
big. I'm going to show you guys.
Let's see. Oh, back it up just a little bit. I'm gonna focus it. Hang on. You can kind of see it, yeah.
It's 4 of them. They're pretty big. I'm sure they're going to go fast. So, if you want one of them, let me know because we got to keep one, huh?
Yeah,
have
we
one.
have to grow out. Yes, we'll keep one of those.
So, they're going to come in a very large size. Probably like that big, I'm hoping. If you guys want one, let us know. But it should be here within 2 weeks.
Cool.
Awesome. And that ends the video.
That's it.
All right, guys. I'm
All right.
going to sleep.
All right, thank you guys.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.